Alright, welcome back to Frieren Anime Review, episode number 7. We're here to review episodes 15 and 16 of the series. We started the first episode off where basically Frieren to a rabbit village, everybody's asleep, and of course Steen himself basically tries to, discern the curse, but I can't exactly dispel it. He could dispel it, yes, but it turns out you have to wake people up for like 5 seconds to find the creature. And they do. Takes a bit of time. Eventually Stark goes down, then Fern, and then Frieren, and apparently it's the priest's turn to deal with the monster. It's a giant flower. Yes, so then apparently waking up Frieren, and they would eliminate the monster problem. Yep. And then right after this, basically it's on to next town where just when we get to town, there's this nobleman who basically requests that Stark pose as his dead son. Not at first, anyways. This was actually dead. He actually died just not long before. It's like barely a month before. Basically, they have to stay there for 3 months to, basically be trained how to act properly for this etiquette. And because of that, and it turns out he actually has 2 sons, because his oldest son has passed away. He plans to have his second son inherit his title. And so Stark basically gets some training in. We see Fern get some training too for elegant training. Frieren basically is just eating and just reading stuff, which is kind of funny. Eventually they have the little ball, and of course Stark did point out before this that it might be easily pointed out he might be a fake because of a scar, and people can eat, and of course the nobleman is like, yeah, I can easily whisk that away. Like, the explanation for that is you got the medal. Okay? Also, apparently, Frieren had known the family for a long time, because apparently he knew the grandfather. Of course, he was not interested in that. And also the fact that he does point out, though, that his family does descend from the same area where Stark is from. Apparently, since all the people there are dead, no problem. He even suggests him stay, like, nah, we're good. And the very next episode, we see go to another town where they come across basically somebody who Frieren does know, an elf named Old Man Val, where they spend some time with him. In fact, he's lived for about 400 years, a little bit longer than, of course, the dwarf that, of course, Frieren has known for a while. And the thing with the dwarf is he remembers his wife, but he was married to her. But she died years before the events of the series. But he does not remember what she looked like. He does not remember her basically her face, or he does remember her, but he just does not remember what she even sounded like. And she even asked her that she remember what him looked like and what his voice was like. She's like, yes. And it turns out basically her connection to him got her connected to humans. It's a nice scene, and then the very next scene is basically around another town, which apparently like halfway through the journey, and like they're there for a while. And by the way, I think it was one of the previous episodes, it is pointed that Fern has been traveling with Frieren for 4 years. Stark been traveling for a year. That's actually when they first met the priest. So basically, they have to stop at this town just to find some directions where they're going. And by the way, all 4 people are walking. They have no bags. Fern controls the money. Stark just carries on an axe. He doesn't have any bags with him, per se. I'm like, really? You don't? And by the way, he does not have a change of clothing. And he's been traveling with him for a whole year. I would have thought, though, that they would have him have some clothing. He just doesn't, per se. So basically, information about, of course, it's this whole part of the episode, information about his friend, who was referred to as Guerrilla Warrior, which apparently, and by the way, they apparently he got the nickname of Sarah's statue, which the statue is played later on in the episode. So after doing a serious errand for this stubborn old lady, which of course that was something she referred to herself as, and then the last task is to clean a statue, which apparently that she basically cleaned it better. And he does remember, and apparently that the elf statue is actually somebody they had just met already. So he's still very much alive. The other guy, I don't know who the heck he is, And apparently it was Himmel's idea to call Steen the Goatee Priest. I'm like, interesting, to say the least. Yes. And that's kind of Tim in a nutshell. They're almost in Magical City, which means they're getting close to where their journey ends. I mean, yep, and at this point, I am 16 episodes in, and I have 8 more to go. I have this really good theory that I'm going to finish this up by either tomorrow or probably Sunday at the latest. And then work on my next anime, which I'll review later on. Yep, but that's kind of 2 episodes in a nutshell. But still having fun with this series. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm still enjoying this one. Yep, so yeah, that's particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do this like button, okay? See you later. Maybe later, okay? See you when I watch some anime while I'm doing it, okay? Bye.